Hello, I'm Michael Cirino, and I'm here at the Future of Hospitality Conference. I'm talking with Saudi chef Ilia, who's going to tell you all about his process for taking the cuisine of this region and turning it into a multifaceted and luxurious experience based on the intentional way that Saudi hospitality is designed. So, chef, can you please tell the listeners at home more about you, yourself, and your relationship with hospitality?
I am Chef Ilia Khadi. I am originally from Lebanon. I got the Young Chef Award by Michelin 2026. The Maiz restaurant has been selected in Michelin. As well, we get the two talk in Gault&Millau. One of the things that Maiz is trying to do to uplift the Saudi cuisine to a different level, high-end, luxury. As well, we will keep the standard recipes by the grandma and all the people who has the main basic food tradition into a good restaurant. It is an amazing experience. It's a challenging at the same time.
Yep.
And at the same time, there is a warm welcome. It's many things in one place.
So, chef, one of the things that really struck me when you were speaking earlier is your knowledge of how different dishes or different sauces are changed by the region. And I would love it if you could just tell that anecdote about the sauce that you put on the camel and how it evolves from the central regions to the eastern regions, because I think it's one of those small details, the switch from the sour to the tomato. I know you can put more nuance in it, but it's that kind of regional difference that I think people don't expect from Saudi Arabia. And I was really interested to hear more about the things you discovered like that.
Yeah. So, to be honest, they have their own palate, but in the same time, the western region and the eastern region, they are by the sea.
Yes.
So in Riyadh, example, the Najd region, they don't like too much seafood.
Yes.
There is a restaurant of seafood. There is people who like, but they are specialized in the grain, in the whole wheat, jarish, many several things. For example, if you go to north of Saudi Arabia, you will have kubeba from Hayel region. If you go to south, you will go to Asir, to these authentic sweets are made from the date paste.
Yeah.
If you go to Medina and Mecca, the Hijazi region, it's more about the different interaction between the people who comes for Hajj, Umrah, and the interact between to take the gyoza into doing a different dish, mento. So it is very different parts of Saudi and different palates and different execution of dishes, but the identity of the Saudi dishes are everywhere in all these regions. Citrusy, soury, the gursan, it's many several dishes that all over it will take you to a culinary journey and different type of experience of Saudi Arabia.
And I really felt it in the meal that we had last night. In your travels around Saudi, in your travels around Riyadh, what is a place that's physical that has made you say, wow, this is beautiful?
Okay, there is two places. I would say in front of the National Museum in the night.
Yes.
This area, it's very beautiful at night, the lights and everything. And in the day, I would say the edge of the world.
The edge of the world.
It was a very nice. It was you can say it's very surprising. You saw it on the internet, yeah. What about edge of the world? But when you went there and you see this huge difference between the high and then the mountain where you are there, it's unbelievable.
That is one of those things that I aspire to be able to see soon. We have had so many people say, you have to see the edge of the world. I mean, that's great that was in your world. All right, here's another one. What is your dream project? And How are you and your team thinking about approaching it, or where do you think your creativity is going for the next big vision?
Look, one of the things that I would like to achieve, that to give to this new generation, to be more inspired, to be more passionate, to have this one in their veins, that when you want to do something in your life, you want to build something. To be honest with you, I'll tell you some small story about me.
Please, I would love.
It was in my dream to go out of my country. I was working with a chef in Lebanon since I start. Then he contacted me and he told me there is opportunity. You want to come to Riyadh? Then I said, okay, why not? At first time I reject. But then I see that I was in a different situation, that, oh, this person, I was comparing, but never compare in your life. Because when you want to build something, you want to grow,
Yeah.
you keep on focus on your goal, and then you will do it. How? We don't know. The God's plan will give us, but keep on trying to do.
Yes.
Even you don't have something, try to do, to do. You will achieve. This is my small experience.
I would say one of the things that we talk about, because I believe that we are, and I hear it, we are creators. Some people solve problems, some people fix things, but what you're talking about is the act of creation. Something's new that doesn't exist. And when you create something new, you can't possibly know how you're going to do it, but you just still have to do it.
Yes.
You still have to get unafraid enough to say, I'm going to set the marker over there, and there's no bridge.
Yes.
I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to go there. I love that. That is
Even you fail 1, 2, 3, 10, repeat it 10, 20, 100 times, you will achieve what you want.
And I think something that younger kids have to recognize now, they're not failures, that's just learning.
Yes.
There's no way to learn without bumping into your limits to realize what reality is like right now.
Absolutely.
There's only so much you can do with camel. You can only cook it so far before it changes. And if you don't know how that works, then your mind will be imagining things that are impossible. But you have to practice and experiment with it. And to get to the limits, you're going to have to get really close.
Sure.
Right? What is your vision for the future of hospitality?
In my personal, I would love to open or do something for my own.
Yes.
Needs a lot of effort, needs a lot of patience, needs a lot of patience, and you will overwhelm. But why not to keep on focusing to do that? However, if I'm not achieving what I want to do, I will keep on creating something, different type of cuisine, to build something that you will be after 10, 15 years, 20 years, my kids will see that this guy, he suffer in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but they will be inspired. Not only me, whoever knows me, they will be inspired in the future. That's what I would like to have, to keep a stamp in the future.
I love that. Thank you so much for your time here today. Thank you so much for the delicious meal.
I appreciate it.
And thank you for the inspiration, because last year we came to FHS for the first time. We met with people from the Al Khuzama group. We had the food that Maiz was serving here. And then I heard about the story of what was the foundation of the restaurant. And it really drove our creativity to embrace the Saudi cuisine and the Saudi culture in a different way. And I have to say, thank you so much for the inspiration.
Thank you so much again.